Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what your parents should have taught you if you were anxious preoccupied. So we're going to cover the top 5 things in here that are super relevant and very important. The first one is that you have a relationship to yourself. It is actually a real thing. And the relationship to ourselves consists of like introspecting ourselves, taking time, just like we would if we meet somebody. We don't know them right away just because they work in the same office building or something. It's like we have to get to know them by asking them questions, by tuning in, asking them about their feelings, their desires, their dreams, their needs, all these different things. And the relationship to ourselves is no different. We learn who we are by asking ourselves, by reflecting, by checking in, by, finding self-reflection questions. And by the way, actually, I've got really in-depth self-reflection questions inside PDS. I forgot about that actually, but anyways, okay. So if you want to list, we have like 60 of them, just self-reflection questions. They're in the Anxious Preoccupied reprogramming course as well that you can try for free for 7 days if you click the link below. But anyways, so like getting to know yourself, getting to figure out who you are, what you want, reflecting, introspecting. And then when you know yourself, you start being able to figure out how you can best support yourself, soothe yourself, show up for yourself, make yourself feel better, all these different things. So this brings me to number 2, which is your parents should have taught you to self-soothe. And this means developing strategies to learn to navigate your own emotions and regulate yourself. When we go through challenging emotional times, if you're constantly going to others and outsourcing your ability to self-soothe onto others, it can be great to soothe through others. And that's an important part of relating and healthy relationships in general. But if that's exclusive and we're not being able to self-soothe us and show up in the relationship to ourselves, and we have great limitations that take place. And we'll feel very helpless, very out of control when people aren't around, when we don't feel like we have somebody to go to, or when we lose people in our lives, maybe through a breakup or just disconnecting over time that we're used to soothing through. And it can almost create this sort of dependency. So learning specific strategies to navigate your emotions, to understand what your emotions are communicating to you, to set boundaries if needed, to meet your own needs, to be able to like unpack what your emotional response is all about and figure out how to feel better and have like regulation strategies on hand is an excellent tool for anxious preoccupied. And by the way, if you want to check out the Anxious Preoccupied reprogramming course, we have a whole bunch of those in there as well. Number 3, this is a really important life lesson, and this is specifically pertaining to anxious preoccupied individuals. When one form of meeting your needs is gone, eventually our subconscious mind will meet our needs in a different form. And this specifically pertains to breakups. So a lot of people, when they're anxious preoccupied, when they go through a breakup, will feel like this is the end. Like, I can't take it. Like, this is so difficult. How am I ever going to recover from this, bounce back from this? Because their life has become so enmeshed and intertwined. And even their identity has often become intertwined with the person they're in a relationship with. But what you want to know is that part of why breakups hurt is because we're used to getting our needs met through one person at a subconscious level. And then those forms of needs are taken away. But the subconscious mind is a needs meeting machine. It will always learn to pivot and adapt and get our needs met in new forms. An example of this is what happens when you go through a breakup. Well, often you start building out the relationship to yourself. You're with yourself, with your emotions. You get your needs met through friends, through family. Like your mind just naturally pivots. And so when you recognize that this is going to happen anyways, it kind of makes it easier to know the void will be healed the more I learn to meet my own needs. And I can go through a breakup or a relationship ending and know that I'm still going to be okay. I will recover because my mind is adaptable. It will always recover. It will find ways without my own conscious awareness to get my needs met in different forms. And so if I can assist my subconscious mind consciously in the process by also brainstorming and strategizing how I can best meet the needs that somebody was meeting for me in a past relationship and upgrade that and come up with strategies, can actually speed up that healing process even more. And there's some other really key tools to move beyond a breakup. I have a How to Heal from a Breakup course that you can also try for free by clicking the link below. And it has a whole bunch of supportive tools and ways that your subconscious mind can better heal by engaging your conscious mind in the brainstorming process and healing process in general. Number 4, boundaries matter and people pleasing hurts you. You won't lose relationships just because you say no. This is huge. And if only an anxious, preoccupied person got taught this early on and practiced this, learning their boundaries, learning their yeses and nos, being able to recognize, hey, a no is a healthy thing in a relationship a lot of the time. And it's okay. It's you showing your authentic self. If somebody says, hey, I want you to do this, and you hate the thing they're asking you to do, you're being authentic and genuine and vulnerably showing yourself when you say no. In fact, always repressing your boundaries is a form of hiding yourself and can actually be sort of a hidden form of emotional unavailability. And number 5, it is not ever going to be appropriate to abandon yourself to stay in a relationship. And the more out of relationship you are with yourself, because of the more self-abandonments that take place through repressing your feelings, ignoring your own needs, prioritizing everybody else's needs first, diminishing your own boundaries, people pleasing, all these things that we sort of talked about, the more you're actually going to feel dependent on other people because you're outsourcing your ability to show up for yourself, to be in relationship to yourself. And then you're going to be like, okay, well, I better go find those things from other people because I'm not finding them within myself. And that's part of what drives the fear of abandonment so greatly, is this fear that if somebody else doesn't meet my needs, I don't know how. And so I might not survive if somebody isn't around or if people aren't around. And that's not the case. It's just that your mind has a certain degree of learned helplessness in participating in the relationship to yourself. And that stuff needs to change. So a great place to start, some good ideas. Again, if you want to do a deep dive into reprogramming your attachment style, I have a super comprehensive course all about this. So you can check that out by clicking on the link below. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.